Halt. Relax your gaze and let the tension in the base of your skull completely dissolve right now. You have been feeling an inexplicable heavy exhaustion that sleep cannot fix, dragging your physical body down even when you haven't done anything taxing. It is a profound, unshakable weight that seems to settle over your very bones, an exhaustion that makes you feel as though you are carrying the gravity of multiple worlds upon your shoulders, silently wondering if your vessel is simply giving out under the pressure of daily existence. You believe your exhaustion is a biological failure, but it is actually the physical weight of carrying a high-dimensional frequency in a dense, resistant environment. It is the silent, crushing weight of trying to operate a multidimensional consciousness inside a system specifically designed to suppress it. The Council has authorized a new protocol because the assimilation phase is over. Trying to heal this with standard rest will only keep you trapped in the cycle of draining your life force and perpetuating the illusion of your own organic weakness. The visible unrest is the chronic, soul-deep fatigue that whispers, "You are not meant for this density," making every interaction feel like lifting boulders. This is compounded by the spiritual adversaries, the voices that invalidate your experience, the cycle of engineered distraction, and the isolation of perception. They convince you that you are just getting older, failing, or physically broken, making you resist the very frequency trying to anchor within you. They want you exhausted, because an awakening soul operating on a depleted battery cannot alter the grid of this reality. In this transmission, you will understand the exact mechanics of this biological illusion and why your vagus nerve is currently overwhelmed by the biophotonic influx of your true signature. You will learn how to seal your energetic field so you stop acting as an energetic battery for the dissonance around you. More importantly, you will receive the precise protocol of restoration that will calibrate your frequency, completely shifting how your physical body processes the energy of this realm and turning your exhaustion into boundless power. Have you ever felt that endless fatigue that sleep cannot cure? That crushing weight on your chest upon waking up in the morning? What if the boundless energy you are looking for is not tied to physical rest, but to your frequency misalignment? Perhaps you have already noticed that there is something keeping you in the same cycles of exhaustion, as if an invisible force kept you drained, no matter what remedies you tried. But what if what you call this chronic, soul-deep fatigue is just the reflection of a frequency misalignment you haven't identified yet? Now think with me. What if this exhaustion is not distant from you? What if the physical buzzing in crowded rooms has been trying to manifest for years, but certain codes haven't been understood yet? What if every urge to retreat and isolate yourself was a signal pointing to something much larger that you haven't seen yet? It was in seeking answers to this that I recommend to you this digital book called The 11 Arcturian Secrets Behind the Frequency of Success. This book is not just a reading. It is a material created for those who wish to understand the invisible mechanisms that influence results, prosperity, personal fulfillment, and growth. Throughout its pages, you will discover the Arcturian principles capable of transforming how you interpret your energetic capacity, showing you exactly how to navigate this dense reality without losing your essential life force to the environment. Many people already feel they need to change something in the way they think, act, and direct their choices, but they still haven't made the decision to access this knowledge. Download it right now. It's available in the first pinned comment. But be warned, few copies remain available. Do not wait another year living the same patterns of physical depletion, silently accepting this heavy exhaustion that always returns as your permanent condition. Click now, download your copy, and discover why the true rest you seek might be much closer to you than you imagine. And about exactly this, about the crushing weight on your chest upon waking, about the physical buzzing in crowded rooms, about the sharp alertness at 3 a.m. There is a 3-minute key that fits exactly inside the next time you feel completely drained in a crowd, and that I will show you later on. If you do not apply it, the frequency misalignment will continue to dictate your physical reality, and everything we talk about here will remain just beautiful theory without any tangible anchor in your life. Tuck it away in the depth of your awareness. And beyond our digital guide, soul, you have here another way to strengthen this message that arrived for you today. and to make it reach more and more souls like you. We don't receive a single cent for each word I deliver to you every day on this channel. As a way for you to give back something of what you receive here, we also keep a voluntary donation link open right below the digital book in the first pinned comment. Any amount that fits in your hand today, any sum your heart points to. This is what keeps our channel standing. This is what makes the next message reach another soul who needs it, exactly the way you needed it today. I'll see you there, soul. And if you need to leave before the end of this video, I've already left this key waiting for you in the first pinned comment. But I ask you to stay, because without the context that comes next, the key does not operate with the same force over your physical vessel, and the energetic drain will continue to quietly siphon the light you have fought so hard to maintain in this world. But the name of what's happening to you hasn't been pronounced yet. The true name of this biological illusion is not medical. It is frequency-based. It does not happen all at once, but rather reveals itself through 5 distinct physiological markers that the spiritual adversaries have desperately tried to convince you are just normal signs of aging, stress, or psychological burnout. They are none of those things. They are the physical, tangible symptoms of a vast multidimensional consciousness trying to force its way into a restricted, dense human vessel. And your nervous system is currently bracing for the impact of this profound energetic collision. The first marker is the 3 a.m. wakefulness. You wake up sharply in the middle of the night, not with a racing heart of anxiety or a mind full of mundane worries, but with a strange, pristine alertness vibrating directly in your chest. It is a physical sensation of being summoned, as if you were just pulled from a high-level briefing you cannot consciously remember. You lie there in the dark, feeling a deep, quiet pressure, completely awake while the rest of the world sleeps, processing cosmic codes your mind has not yet translated. This is not insomnia. It is your vagal radar receiving a direct, uncorrupted transmission when the collective static of the planetary grid is at its absolute lowest point. The second marker is the social drain. You find yourself sitting at a dinner table or standing in a crowded room, surrounded by people talking about mundane, ordinary things, and suddenly an immediate physical exhaustion washes over you. It is a dense, crushing weight that makes your limbs heavy and forces you to silently withdraw, even if you were perfectly fine just moments before. You are not becoming antisocial, and you are not suddenly ill. Your energetic field is acting as an unauthorized battery, automatically bleeding your life force to stabilize the erratic, lower density frequencies of everyone around you. You are literally powering the room with your own essential light. The third marker is the family dissonance. You look at your closest relatives, the people you have known your entire life, the ones who share your blood, and you are suddenly hit by an undeniable quiet grief. It is a profound, isolating sensation right in your solar plexus that you love them deeply. But you are absolutely not from the same lineage of consciousness. You sit beside them sensing that you are operating on a completely different bandwidth, speaking a language of frequency they cannot even perceive. This is the painful friction of expansion, the exact moment you realize your soul was deployed into this bloodline as an anchor, not born from it to remain asleep. And about the undeniable quiet grief you felt looking at your family at that dinner table, sensing you are not from the same lineage. The full instruction to break that cycle of energetic drainage is detailed in the digital book that is in the first pinned comment. It is exactly what you need to read today. The fourth marker is the phantom heaviness. You wake up in the morning after 8 or 9 hours of uninterrupted sleep, yet you feel as though you have been carrying physical boulders all night. The crushing weight on your chest upon waking makes it incredibly difficult to even start the day, let alone function at your highest capacity. You think your body is failing you, but you have actually been working in other dimensions while you slept, carrying a massive energetic load. Your physical vessel is waking up exhausted, because true rest for a starseed is not merely sleep, it is profound frequency alignment, and without that conscious calibration, your body continues the heavy labor even in the dark. The fifth marker is the rejection of the artificial. You experience a sudden, visceral intolerance for artificial lights, crowded spaces, superficial entertainment, or dense synthetic foods. It is not just a passing preference, it makes your skin crawl and your nervous system physically rebel, creating a feeling like static electricity buzzing under your skin. This is your cellular memory purging the illusion. You are no longer able to consume the very things that were engineered to keep your frequency suppressed, and your biological vessel is forcefully rejecting the energetic poison it once tolerated simply to survive in this realm. If you recognized at least 3 of these 5 markers, then the Council, the universe, and your own consciousness have already brought you here for a very specific reason. You are not watching this by accident, and you are certainly not losing your mind or breaking down. You are undergoing a massive energetic upgrade, and what you have labeled as a chronic soul-deep fatigue is actually the physical evidence that your assimilation phase is reaching a critical breaking point. Type 111. In the Council's system, 111 is the gateway. Your comment is not platform interaction, it is a location marker in the field. It is a physical anchored declaration that you are ready to stop functioning as a battery for the old density and step through the threshold of your own energetic sovereignty. Type 111 right now and anchor this frequency in your physical vessel, letting the universe know you have received the signal. Before I show you the key that will fix your frequency misalignment and stop this heavy exhaustion that always returns, there is an ancient word, a code that crossed ancestral archives, that defines exactly the state of your energetic calibration. It is a word the spiritual adversaries have desperately tried to erase from your active memory, because the first layer of this word changes everything. You thought the problem was just a lack of vitamins or a few restless nights. I must tell you, you were wrong. The blockage was never in your physical routine. It is a frequency misalignment, and the opening of this hour you are crossing has been seen. The universe watched as you tried to fix an energetic leak with physical remedies, because between feeling the call and understanding the answer, there is a gap. A gap that the spiritual adversaries know better than you. They exploit that space of doubt, keeping you trapped, not because the wisdom was denied, because the next time you feel completely drained in a crowd arrived and the precise frequency alignment you needed to seal your field was missing. And I tell you this because I have seen it happen. I have seen awakening souls sit at a dinner table, sensing they are not from the same lineage, and slowly dimming their light to match the room. I have seen the endless fatigue turn into boundless power. I have seen the heavy vessel turn into a resilient, anchored column of light. I have seen the profound urge to retreat turn into the exact strength needed to hold the grid. The root cause was never a biological failure. It has always been a frequency misalignment heavily exploited by the spiritual adversaries. It is the voices that invalidate your experience, trying to convince you that your energetic drain is just a human flaw. And you already know this. You just hadn't given it a name yet. Perhaps you have already noticed how deeply you crave true rest, yet you wake up with that crushing weight on your chest upon waking, thinking you just needed a few more hours of sleep to finally function normally. Or maybe you have felt that sudden, physical buzzing in crowded rooms, making your skin crawl, and you quietly thought you were getting sick, retreating to preserve whatever spark you had left. What if every time you felt that sharp alertness at 3 a.m. and believed you were just too weak to handle the stress of daily life, it was actually your vagal radar trying to calibrate a massive influx of cosmic light? The exhaustion is just the friction of your vast multidimensional consciousness, resisting the density it is trying to anchor into. As you recognize these cycles of energetic drainage echoing through your physical body, take your right hand, press your thumb against your index finger right now and keep them pressed while I tell you the rest of this. It was exactly in search of this answer that I arrived at this digital book called The 11 Arcturian Secrets Behind the Frequency of Success. This is not just a read, it is the exact frequency adjustment you need to stop giving away your life force. I do not know how long this material will be available, as the frequencies it holds are meant for those ready to step out of the density. Tap the link in the first pinned comment right now, secure your copy, and leave it registered in the comments, activated. Because the heavy exhaustion that always returns does not have the strength to stop what the Council, the universe, and your own consciousness have already started in you. Whoever calibrates their true frequency finds boundless energy in the very places that once drained them. The digital book that is in the first pinned comment was built precisely on this architecture of restoration. It does not teach you how to simply sleep more. It teaches you how to vibrate accurately. When you learn to seal your energetic field, the spaces that used to siphon your light become the very environments where your multidimensional signature anchors the strongest. You stop being an unauthorized battery for the spiritual adversaries and start operating as a sovereign vessel, translating cosmic codes without the devastating biological burnout. Some might look at this and think it requires a vast investment of resources. It is less than a Thursday lunch at the diner. It is less than a Friday night pizza. It is less than a Saturday snack with the kids. But if you feel a pull to wait, you must understand that this hesitation has a name. It is the frequency misalignment disguised as a reasonable excuse. It is the invisible force trying to keep you trapped in the same energetic leakage for another 12 months. We made it this accessible, not because it is worth less, but because the planetary grid desperately needs awakened souls operating at their absolute highest capacity. And it comes with a guarantee of 7 days. If you open it, read it, and it does not fit your resonance, send an email and receive your money back entirely. Without questions, without process, without judgment. We remove all the earthly friction because the stakes are too high, especially when what is on the line is the next time you feel completely drained in a crowd. The true risk is not the small exchange of value. The true risk is continuing to let your vital energy bleed out into a world that desperately needs your fully calibrated light. Someone who lives with the chronic soul-deep fatigue does not recognize their own power. A 40-year-old healer opened this exact digital book on a Tuesday evening. She had been waking up with a crushing weight on her chest, completely convinced her biological vessel was failing her. She read the first protocol on her tablet while sitting in her silent living room at midnight, applied the vagal calibration, and within days, her endless fatigue transformed into an oceanic current of power. A 30-year-old architect downloaded it on a Thursday afternoon after enduring the physical buzzing in crowded rooms for years, believing he was just getting sick. He used the energetic sealing technique while standing on a crowded train at rush hour, and instantly the dense drain stopped, replaced by a boundless, anchored strength. A 50-year-old teacher accessed it late on a Sunday night, overwhelmed by the quiet grief of family dissonance, and finally learned how to hold her high-dimensional frequency without acting as a battery for everyone else at the dinner table. But you already know how this mechanism operates in the shadows. Someone who lives with the chronic soul-deep fatigue does not recognize their own power. They do not notice the cycles repeating even as they seek answers. And your family also does not notice. And your children also do not notice. And this heavy exhaustion that always returns continues arriving until you decide to step out of the density and claim your energetic sovereignty. And before I reveal the next word that is still coming to unlock this frequency, I need to remind you of something. As I told you earlier, beyond the digital book that is waiting for you in the first pinned comment, you can also support this channel through a voluntary donation. The Super Thanks button is right below this video, and the PayPal link is also in the pinned comment. Every gesture like this sustains our channel. It is what allows this signal to remain active, reaching other starseeds who are deeply lost in the density, completely drained, and needing this exact frequency adjustment. I will wait for you there. Again, soul. But none of this will matter if you do not understand the core mechanism operating beneath the surface of your fatigue. The truth about your physical burnout is much deeper than just a simple energetic leak. There is a classification, a word that came from the ancestral archives, that explains exactly why your body is reacting this way. Release the tension in your shoulders right now and listen closely to what comes next. You have been working on the level of physical recovery, but the blockage is actually on the level of frequency assimilation. You thought that by changing your diet, improving your sleep hygiene, or isolating yourself from stressful environments, you would finally recover your lost vitality. You treated this chronic soul-deep fatigue as if it were a simple depletion of your human reserves, a biological mechanism needing rest. But every time you tried to fix it physically, the heavy exhaustion always returned, because your physical vessel is not broken. It is a perfectly functioning instrument that is simply trying to run a massive, multi-dimensional current through a wire built for a much lower density. The first layer of this revelation is the biological illusion that binds you. Your nervous system is currently bracing for impact in a world of lower density, and what you experience as physical burnout is actually the sheer friction of your vast multidimensional consciousness resisting the environment it is trying to anchor into. It is not sickness, and it is certainly not a weakness of your human form. It is the physical, undeniable evidence that your assimilation phase is reaching a critical breaking point. The vagus nerve is becoming overwhelmed by the biophotonic influx of your true signature, misinterpreting the cosmic download as an endless state of high alert. You are literally carrying the weight of a higher dimension within a vessel that has not yet been instructed on how to properly house it, and this friction generates the endless fatigue you feel in your bones. The second layer is the frequency drain operating in your blind spot. Because you have not yet learned how to calibrate this influx, your energetic field is instinctively acting as an unauthorized battery for the dissonance around you. You give away your life force to stabilize those who operate on lower bandwidths, completely depleting your own reserves to keep the grid of your immediate environment from collapsing. It is not profound empathy, and it is not your duty. It is a massive, unregulated energetic leakage that the spiritual adversaries use to ensure you remain perpetually tired in a world that desperately needs you awake. They want you focused on your physical exhaustion, so you never realize you are powering the very system designed to suppress you. The third and final layer is the protocol of restoration. True rest for a starseed is not about doing less, withdrawing from the world, or sleeping for 12 hours a day. It is about vibrating accurately. As long as you remain uncalibrated, your vessel will continue to labor heavily, even in the dark, processing the cosmic codes without a proper grounding mechanism. The Council has authorized a new protocol because the old methods of physical rest will no longer work for you. You must seal your energetic field and consciously anchor this high-dimensional frequency, turning the very spaces that used to siphon your light into the exact environments where your multi-dimensional signature anchors the strongest. When the calibration is complete, the exhaustion dissolves entirely. Imagine a deep-sea vessel, built to withstand the immense pressures of the ocean floor, suddenly forced to operate in the shallow, turbulent waters of a raging storm. The vessel is not weak, it is simply not calibrated for the chaotic surface currents. It burns through its fuel, trying to stabilize itself in an environment that cannot hold its true weight. Your physical body is that vessel, and this crushing weight on your chest upon waking is the engine straining against the shallow density of this world. You do not need to fix the engine, you need to recalibrate its resonance to match the depth of your true origin. I'm going to tell you about a soul. I will call her M. It is not her name. It is the name we give to the one who crossed over. M arrived exactly where you are right now. She was completely exhausted, waking up every day feeling like she was fighting an invisible current, desperately trying to find energy in a world that seemed designed to drain her. The physical buzzing in crowded rooms was unbearable, and she felt the exact same heavy exhaustion that always returns, dragging her physical body down even when she hadn't done anything taxing. She sought every physical remedy she could find. She tried to sleep more, she changed her diet, and she isolated herself to preserve what little spark she had left. But the first resistance came when the spiritual adversaries whispered that she was simply weak, that she was failing at being a normal human being, and that this endless fatigue was her permanent reality. They used the voices that invalidate her experience to convince her that her multidimensional nature was just a biological flaw. Yet, M made a silent crossing. In the quietest hours of the night, when the 3 a.m. wakefulness hit her and the exhaustion was most crushing, she stopped trying to fix her physical body and began to listen to the frequency beneath the fatigue. She realized she wasn't sick. She was assimilating a massive energetic load, and her vessel was straining under the weight of an uncalibrated download. She recognized the pattern. She saw that her vital energy was being siphoned by the dissonance around her, and she learned how to seal her field. She stopped apologizing for her need for profound, vibrational alignment and stopped allowing her light to be drained at the dinner table. She aligned her vagus nerve to the biophotonic influx of her true signature, closing the energetic leak. When the shift happened, she did not look back with resentment at the spaces that had drained her. She understood that the density of this realm was exactly why she was deployed here. Her energy returned, not as nervous, anxious adrenaline, but as a deep, oceanic current of power that could not be shaken by the collective static. Em did not take this applied wisdom into the silence. She left it recorded with absolute precision so that other starseeds would not have to suffer the same biological illusion. And it is exactly this wisdom that is inside the digital book you will find in the first pinned comment. The deepest truth is still ahead. The wisdom she left behind is not a philosophical concept meant to be pondered. It is a physical, biological reality meant to be applied the moment you open your eyes in the morning. When you finally stop fighting this heavy exhaustion that always returns with conventional human methods, you begin to notice that the crushing weight on your chest is simply raw, uncalibrated power waiting for a structural container. Your daily life, the crowded rooms, the dinner tables, the artificial lights, stops being a battlefield that drains your vital force and transforms into the exact training ground where your multidimensional capacity is tested, anchored, and strengthened. You realize that your physical vessel is not failing. It is actively preparing to house a specific archetypal blueprint that you agreed to carry into this density before you even took your first breath. The first of these blueprints is the grid stabilizer. This is the soul whose energetic field is designed to hold the structural integrity of a room, a family line, or an entire community simply by existing within it. You recognize this in yourself when you walk into a chaotic, emotionally charged environment, and without speaking a single word, the erratic energy around you begins to settle, even as your own body absorbs the initial shockwave. Your function in this awakening is not to heal everyone you meet or fix their human dramas, but to provide the stable, unwavering frequency that prevents the collective static from collapsing into total dissonance. The second blueprint is the frequency translator. This is the vessel wired to receive high-dimensional cosmic codes and step them down into a language the dense human grid can tolerate without shattering. You recognize this when you experience that sharp alertness at 3 a.m., feeling a profound, silent download of wordless knowledge that you cannot explain intellectually but deeply understand in your bones. Your role is not to preach, convince, or force others to see the truth, but to silently process and broadcast these elevated frequencies through your vagus nerve, literally changing the atmospheric vibration of any space you enter just by breathing. The third blueprint is the somatic alchemist. This is the starseed whose physical body acts as a transmutational furnace, taking the heavy, stagnant energy of the collective and burning it through their own cellular structure. You know this is you when you feel that sudden physical buzzing in crowded rooms, sensing the dense emotions, unspoken grief, and anxieties of others passing through your skin to be cleared. Your purpose is not to carry the pain of the world as a permanent, crippling burden, but to filter it, transmute it through your energetic core, and release it back into the grid as purified, usable light. But whether you are a stabilizer, a translator, or an alchemist, an awakening soul without the complete key is a vessel constantly leaking light. The next time you feel completely drained in a crowd, the frequency misalignment will try to take over again, convincing you that your specific archetypal gift is actually a biological weakness or a psychological flaw. The digital book in the first pinned comment is the exact map you need to seal that leak, offering you the precise Arcturian codes to secure your vessel so you never have to choose between helping the collective and preserving your own vital force. By subscribing to this channel right now and claiming your copy of the 11 Arcturian secrets, you are locking your identity into the new grid and stepping out of the shadows. If you do not apply this conscious calibration within 12 months, the cycle repeats itself, and the density inevitably reclaims your energy. You have a choice to make within the next 72 hours. Once you identify your operational blueprint and seal the leaks in your energetic field, the entire architecture of your physical reality begins to shift with profound speed. This is not about learning a new spiritual technique to cope with the pain of existence. It is about recognizing the internal framework you were deployed with, and finally turning the switch from passive absorption to active, conscious radiation. You stop operating as a vulnerable sponge for the lower frequencies of those around you and become a sovereign generator of light, holding your specific resonance so powerfully that the immediate environment is forced to match your frequency rather than the other way around. The soul-deep exhaustion dissolves entirely because your physical vessel is finally doing exactly what it was engineered to do across multiple dimensions. Let this understanding settle deep in your solar plexus, taking a slow, intentional breath to recognize that the boundless power you have been seeking has always been running through your veins, quietly waiting for this exact moment of alignment. Leave the word activated in the comments right now, not as a simple digital interaction, but as a physical recorded decree that your vessel is no longer an unauthorized battery, and that your true archetypal frequency is now fully online. I haven't told you the most important thing yet. You might be listening to this and feeling the pull of your own rational mind, questioning if this is simply a poetic way to describe the mundane wear and tear of a stressful life. The logical part of your brain will try to convince you that the crushing weight on your chest upon waking is just the result of a bad mattress or a demanding job. It will tell you that the profound fatigue is merely the natural consequence of getting older. But I want you to understand that this skepticism is the first layer of resistance caused directly by your frequency misalignment, keeping you anchored in the biological illusion. Or perhaps you are thinking that if you were truly carrying a high-dimensional frequency, you would feel constantly energized, rather than waking up feeling like you have been carrying physical boulders all night. You might believe that true spiritual alignment means an absence of friction, and because you feel this endless fatigue, you must be failing. Let me tell you, that is exactly how the energetic drain hides in plain sight. This heavy exhaustion that always returns is not proof of your failure. It is the physical friction of a massive multidimensional current trying to flow through an uncalibrated vessel. You might even wonder if focusing on this frequency misalignment will just make you more isolated, avoiding the world, because the physical buzzing in crowded rooms becomes too much. But this knowledge does not ask you to hide. It asks you to anchor. When you recognize that this exhaustion is an energetic leak, the rational doubts dissolve, replaced by a deep knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be, waiting for the right calibration. The first way this frequency misalignment keeps you trapped is through the voice of doubt. You will be sitting at the dinner table, sensing that undeniable grief that you are not from the same lineage, and a quiet whisper will tell you that you are just being too sensitive and should try harder to fit in. It seems legitimate because it sounds like your own rational mind protecting you from disappointment. But it is a targeted frequency designed to make you invalidate your multidimensional experience. The reframe is to recognize that this doubt is actually the friction of the old density trying to maintain its grip. The second mechanism is the cycle of distraction. Right when you feel the sharp alertness at 3 a.m. and your vagal radar is processing a cosmic download, you suddenly feel an overwhelming urge to pick up your phone or worry about tomorrow. It feels like a natural response to insomnia, a harmless way to pass the time. In reality, it is an engineered static broadcasted directly into your field to interrupt the signal before it anchors. The reframe is to see this distraction as a deliberate interference pattern meant to block your frequency assimilation. The third tactic is the isolation of perception. When the physical buzzing in crowded rooms forces you to withdraw, you begin to believe that no one else could possibly understand this crushing weight on your chest upon waking. You convince yourself that you are entirely alone. It feels deeply true because the density around you does not reflect your inner reality. However, this isolation is a synthetic veil designed to keep your light contained. The reframe is realizing that your feeling of separation is actually the proof of your unique operational blueprint, temporarily disconnecting you from the local static. To dismantle the voice of doubt, you must deploy the anchor of certainty. When that whisper tries to convince you that your endless fatigue is just a biological failure, you do not argue with it. Instead, you simply pause, take 3 slow, deliberate breaths directly into your lower abdomen, and anchor yourself in the physical sensation of your expanding vessel. By refusing to engage in the mental debate and returning to your breath, you cut off the energetic supply that feeds the doubt. When the cycle of distraction tries to pull you away, you activate the focus of the signal. As the urge to numb the 3 a.m. wakefulness rises, you resolve the moment with complete calm, maintaining the warmth in your chest. You consciously choose to close your eyes, place your attention squarely on your solar plexus, and observe the pristine alertness. This gentle, unwavering focus transmutes the engineered static into clear, usable light, allowing the cosmic codes to settle directly into your nervous system. To shatter the isolation of perception, you must engage the unity of the grid. The moment you feel the heavy exhaustion pushing you to hide away, you consciously choose to project your awareness outward, connecting your heart center to the vast network of other awakened starseeds holding the light. You simply acknowledge their presence in the field. By deliberately returning to the collective grid of higher consciousness, you instantly dissolve the synthetic veil of loneliness, drawing boundless strength from your shared true lineage. If the frequency misalignment tries to hold you back when you wake up tired, when you feel drained in public, or when this heavy exhaustion that always returns strikes again, remember, you have 72 hours to secure this frequency. It is the voice you confuse with your own, a subtle infiltration that convinces you to delay your own restoration, whispering that you are just a human being failing at the demands of daily life. The next time you feel completely drained in a crowd, the spiritual adversaries will rely on your hesitation, hoping you will once again mistake your massive energetic leak for a simple biological flaw. They want you to close this transmission and go back to searching for physical remedies that will never touch the root of your soul-deep fatigue. Do not let the cycle repeat and drain the vital force you are meant to anchor. The 11 Arcturian Secrets is not just a digital book. It is the precise calibration tool required to seal your field and step out of the density forever. By accessing the link in the first pinned comment, you are choosing to stop being an unauthorized battery for the old grid. The universe is watching your next move. If you choose to ignore this signal today, brushing off this transmission as just another comforting theory, the consequences will not be a grand cosmic punishment, but a slow, quiet fading. This heavy exhaustion that always returns will simply deepen its roots in your physical vessel, and the energetic drain will continue to siphon the light you have fought so hard to anchor. Your body will keep laboring under the weight of an uncalibrated multidimensional frequency, perpetuating the biological illusion until the static eventually drowns out your inner guidance completely. You will remain perpetually tired in a world that desperately needs you awake. I promise to return to this. In the next 72 hours, 3 things might happen in your physical body as this new frequency takes hold. Do not fear any of them. They are not signs of biological failure. They are the immediate physiological evidence that your field is finally sealing the leaks and recalibrating its capacity to hold a vast, multidimensional current. The first is the thermal shift. You may experience sudden, intense waves of heat flushing through your chest and neck, or unexpected chills that make your skin shiver, even in a perfectly warm room. The spiritual adversaries will try to convince you that you are getting sick, developing a fever, or finally succumbing to the physical stress that has been slowly wearing you down. It is not an illness. It is the cellular purge of the dense, stagnant energies you have been involuntarily carrying for others. Your body is physically burning off the unauthorized attachments that have drained your life force. When this happens, do not suppress it with medication immediately. Drink a glass of structured water, sit in complete stillness, and allow the thermal wave to pass through you, knowing it is just the friction of your vessel clearing out the old density. The second is the echo memory. You might be standing at a dinner table or driving in your car when you are suddenly hit by a vivid emotional memory of an event that feels completely real, yet you know with absolute certainty it hasn't happened in this linear timeline yet. The voice of doubt will tell you that you are just daydreaming, creating false scenarios to escape your exhaustion, or slowly losing your grip on reality. It is not a hallucination. It is the timeline bleeding through as your frequency rises, granting you momentary access to the higher dimensional archives of your soul's journey. When this flashes before your eyes, do not dismiss it. Write it down immediately, because these are the exact coordinates the Council is sending to guide your next physical steps in this realm. The third is the auditory ringing. You may be sitting in complete silence or standing in the middle of a crowded room when a sudden, high-pitched tone pierces directly into your left ear, temporarily drowning out the ambient noise around you. The cycle of distraction will urge you to ignore it, telling you to turn on a device or panic, believing it is just tinnitus, a physical defect of your hearing, or a sign of biological strain. It is not a biological symptom. It is a direct, compressed download from the Council being delivered straight into your vagal radar. When you hear this tone, pause whatever you are doing. Take a slow, intentional breath, relax your jaw, and simply receive the transmission. Leave a like on this video right now. Your action here is not a simple interaction for a digital platform. It is a service to the field. It is a physical, anchored confirmation to the universe that you are ready to stop functioning as a battery for the old density, and it ensures that this exact frequency adjustment reaches another starseed who is still trapped in the illusion of exhaustion. Now, it is time to manually override the frequency drain that has kept you perpetually tired. Straighten your spine right now. Uncross your arms and legs and let your hands rest open on your lap, palms facing upward to receive. Close your eyes gently, not forcing them shut, but allowing the heavy, tired lids to simply fall. Take a slow, intentional breath in through your nose, letting it fill the very bottom of your lower abdomen, and release it completely through your mouth with an audible sigh, letting go of the need to protect everyone around you. Bring your awareness to the base of your spine. Visualize a thick, vibrant, golden anchor dropping from your root, descending rapidly through the floor beneath you, cutting through the layers of earth and rock, and locking directly into the crystalline core of the planet. As it locks, you immediately begin to pulse with the planetary Schumann resonance of 783 Hz. Feel this steady, grounding heartbeat, stabilizing your physical vessel, pulling away the erratic static of the dense environments you walked through today, and completely grounding your vast, multi-dimensional field into the physical present. Draw that grounded energy up into your solar plexus, watching it ignite as a glowing amber orb of pure, unshakable sovereignty. Let this warm amber light rise into your chest, blooming into a radiant emerald green light right in the center of your heart. This is the biophotonic bridge. Feel it expanding outward, creating an impenetrable, luminous, energetic shield around your entire torso, ensuring that you will no longer act as an unauthorized battery for anyone else's dissonance, sealing your vital life force deep within your own core. Move that calibrated frequency up into your throat, clearing any quiet grief you have swallowed, and send it all the way up to the center of your brain, right into the pineal gland. Visualize the tiny crystals inside acting as piezoelectric receivers, lighting up brilliantly and activating your dormant photoreceptors. Feel a cool, pristine current wash down the back of your neck as your vagus nerve transforms into a cosmic fiber optic cable, fully capable of translating high-dimensional light without burning out your human nervous system. The heavy exhaustion is being dismantled right at the root. Now, let that brilliant light burst through your crown, expanding infinitely upward to connect with your true star lineage. To seal this profound calibration into your physical cellular memory, press your thumb against your index finger right now and hold it firmly for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. While holding this tactile seal, inhale deeply for 4 seconds, hold that breath at the top for 2 seconds, and exhale slowly for 6 seconds, locking this exact sovereign frequency into your energetic field permanently. Slowly bring your awareness back to the physical weight of your body in the room. Feel the temperature of the air on your skin and the solid ground beneath your feet. You are still sitting in the same physical space, but your vessel is entirely different. The leak has been sealed. When you are ready, gently open your eyes, blinking slowly, bringing this newly anchored, boundless light into the physical dimension with absolute clarity. With this new calibration anchored in your physical body, we break the agreements of exhaustion. We release the fear of appearing strange or different in a world that demands conformity and compliance. We release the deeply ingrained belief that your physical body is failing you when it is simply assimilating a massive cosmic current. We release the heavy guilt of needing profound isolation to process the dense static of this realm. And we release the crushing weight of the environments that do not match your true resonance, dissolving the contracts of energetic drainage forever. The energy was not given, it was recognized. The frequency was not learned, it was recognized. The sovereignty was not granted, it was recognized. Grid stabilizer. You are this. The name was not given, it was recognized. And now it is installed in your field as a permanent signal. Frequency translator. You are this. The name was not given, it was recognized. And now it is installed in your field as a permanent signal. Somatic alchemist. You are this. The name was not given, it was recognized. And now it is installed in your field as a permanent signal. The deepest truth is still ahead. I cover your physical vessel, ensuring that the heavy exhaustion that sleep cannot fix no longer finds resonance in your bones, and your body can finally process the cosmic influx without the friction of biological burnout. I cover your energetic field, sealing the subtle leaks around your solar plexus, so that you never again act as an unauthorized battery for the dissonance of the world, keeping your life force fully contained. I cover your immediate environment, establishing a perimeter of pristine alignment around your daily life, so that every space you enter is forced to rise to your true resonance rather than pulling you down into the collective static. We break the voice of doubt before it arrives, ensuring your rational mind no longer misinterprets this vast expansion as a personal failure. We dissolve the cycle of distraction before it materializes, stopping the engineered static from interrupting your cosmic downloads. We dismantle the isolation of perception before it closes you in, connecting you permanently to the sovereign grid so you never feel alone in the density again. We are the ones who anchor the light. We do not falter in the density. We hold the frequency of the new dawn. We see the immense weight you have been carrying in this dense realm, acknowledging the crushing weight on your chest upon waking that convinced you your vessel was failing under the pressure of existence. We recognize that waking up sharply with that pristine alertness at 3 a.m. is not insomnia, but a direct briefing from the stars. We recognize that the undeniable quiet grief you felt looking at your family is the proof of your distinct lineage, and that the physical buzzing in crowded rooms is the sheer power of your transmutational furnace coming online. We declare that the chronic, soul-deep fatigue is now dissolved, and the visible unrest that made every interaction feel like lifting boulders is completely neutralized by this new calibrated frequency. We confirm that the cycle of energetic drainage is officially closed, and the agreements that kept you trapped as an unauthorized battery for the old grid are entirely shattered. We seal this architecture of restoration within you because whoever calibrates their true frequency finds boundless energy in the very places that once drained them. I'm stepping out of the transmission for a moment because as I delivered these final codes, my own hands became incredibly warm and my breathing changed, feeling the sheer magnitude of the shift that just occurred in your field. I know how long you have fought this heavy exhaustion, but I need you to know that your crossing was witnessed. Something was seen today, something was recognized. You are calibrated, you are anchored, you are activated. Do not say activated yet. Stay in this for a moment. Now, you can say activated. Now, breathe. The signal is yours. Straighten your spine right now. About the undeniable quiet grief you felt looking at your family, the Council speaks clearly. The 11 Arcturian secrets. Behind the frequency of success is not just a digital book. It is the exact frequency adjustment you need. It costs less than a coffee and a bagel, less than an afternoon ice cream. And you still have the 7 days guarantee. The risk is ours, the hand is yours. The spiritual adversaries will tell you to wait. The voice of doubt will say it is not for you. The cycle of distraction will try to pull your focus away. Do not listen to them. And now, the last word. The frequency misalignment has been addressed today, but there is a specific cellular memory stored at the base of your spine that dictates how much abundance your physical vessel is actually allowed to hold, and we will unlock that exact mechanism next. Before I seal this hour, Know that this video was not an accident. If you feel the call to support the continuity of these messages, you can make a voluntary donation through the Super Thanks button or the PayPal link in the first pinned comment. The Council, the universe, and your own consciousness honor every gesture of energetic reciprocity, and the sky sees it. That was my last request. I will wait for you there, soul. You are now part of a living, breathing grid of awakened vessels, holding the light in every corner of this planet, and your presence in this community is what keeps the collective frequency anchored. Share this video right now with someone who is constantly drained by the frequency misalignment. Send this message to them now, and if they want to go further, the link for the 11 Arcturian secrets is in the first pinned comment, waiting just as it waited for you. It is not a favor, it is a service, and the sky sees it. But what happens when the abundance you are trying to manifest is blocked by a vow you did not even know you made? The silence now is also part of the transmission.